Hey, welcome, everybody, and happy Thursday, and welcome to my first official live stream ever. Um, let's hope that the stinking thing actually works for us today. Let's see. Now, market is open 9:30, and you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because, again, first time ever live streaming, first time ever trying to click through all the buttons at the same time, plus trying to focus on the market at the same time, plus. So we have our trade of eight open right now. It is 9:30, and like I mentioned, market is going down. We're below the VWAP. We're below the EMAs here. Looking at the 5 minute, we've had a pretty good downtrend. I mean, just for the last hour here, really good downtrend. This line that we're seeing underneath, though, is a support line that we've been having essentially since 9 o'clock last night. So 9 o'clock last night, we've had this pretty strong support line. We are just a little bit underneath it right now. So that's just giving a little bit more fuel for the bears that we might be going down today. Checking out the 1 hour, we have our Asian low and then our London low right here that the 1 hour is trying to tap. But look at this, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, we've been slowly going up, and then in just the last hour, we've came crashing back down. So I'm going to give it a couple minutes today, again, just because first live stream ever. Still trying to figure everything out and don't want to bobble it right away. We're trying to figure out, do we come down here for liquidity? Or is this the direction that we're going to go in? Looking at all screens here. Same thing, SPX had a decent downtrend, but starting to fight back up. We're seeing a lot of different imbalances on the way up as well. Qs have a gap above. And keeping in mind, 50% of the time, gaps do get closed that exact same day. NVIDIA is not shown on screen yet for you guys, but we're starting to curl back up. Though again, we downtrended. And IWM has just a very slight gap to the upside there as well. So yeah, look at that. In the 1 hour, we can see that we kind of came down, touched this London low, touched this Asian session low, grabbed a little bit of liquidity here. This is starting to form a really nice bear flag, though. We're starting to get our slight retracement back up. I mean, really, if this breaks this candle right here, then shorts are in play at least to 617, I would say. Which it definitely seems like it wants to. It's 9:33. We still have some good volume here. Just want to see it poke underneath here. Because again, this would be our London low session, or London low level is at 628. So it could just be coming down to tap that level. Let's see it. She's just not ready yet. Again, underneath VWAP, underneath EMAs. So the bias is that we're going down. We're right at that support line, though, on the 5 minute as well. Just a little uncertain. So days like these, it's nice to just wait for the first 5 minute opening range breakout to occur as well. It's 9:34, well, 9:35 right here. So this is our 5 minute range. This is the bottom of the 5 minute range, top of the 5 minute range. So if we break this level, like I was kind of talking about before, break of that range, we should be able to target at least 617 here. Or vice versa, if it breaks above, then we actually are switching to strength here instead. So yeah, based on that downtrend, we're going to pop into our first one here. Super exciting. So stop right at that candle. I mean, target really should be new low, but that's so tight. We're going in the right direction. Let me see. What would be a better target for us? I mean, that's really the bottom of the consolidation zone as well. So not to get greedy, we will just keep it at our market low here. Come on, you can do it. So just targeting 10 points for the first one. It's not the best spot. We are downtrending correctly. Again, we're underneath the VMAs, we're underneath the VWAP, so we're going in the right direction. But unfortunately, we're right at all of this support as well. This is right at the bottom of the channel. We have our London low right there as well. So kind of the perfect place for it to bounce back up, which we're seeing right now as well. We have our stop just right above this EMA. We really don't want it to break this candle here for it to continue down. Come on, you can do it. Now, if it does break this channel, it should start going down actually pretty quickly. But again, just trying to get the first one in the books here. And we might end up getting stopped out. I do still think it's, I mean, we're trending down pretty darn well here. So really, we just don't want to break this line here. Come on, like watching paint dry. You never really realize how long a minute is until you start trading. And then every single minute, especially if the trade's starting to go against you a little bit, every little minute can just feel so long. This is starting to take a little bit, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we're building up some strength, at least to come up to this EMA, and then we're going to go down. And yeah, stopped out right there. So unfortunately, that was a little bit of a bigger stop as well. About 25 points, down 495 on the day so far. Not the best start. But we just got to wait for our next one. Always exit and clear. We didn't want to keep that buy down there either. All right, so what the heck did we do wrong? Let's look at the 5 minute here. So 9:38. Here's our still that kind of opening 5 minute range there. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of tough because we've had this consolidation zone essentially for the ever since last night. That's basically our consolidation zone, and that's what I was a little bit nervous of as well. We really have to break through this for our downtrend continuation. Otherwise, this might have just been a liquidity sweep, and then whoop, we're going to start sneaking all the way back up. But still, got the first trade in, kind of exciting. And we are still downtrending, so we'll see. I mean, it might be a frustrating one that we, got stopped out a little bit early. All we need to do is come up to this little bit of a higher stop up to this 21 EMA here. coming up, coming back down. So if it breaks this wick here, I would say shorts are still in play, and then maybe we do have a chance to break through the 617. Obviously, smarter play is wait until it breaks the 617, and then we have some pretty good confirmation that it's going down. Jumping in now might be a little bit early. Let's see what the rest of the market is doing. So SPX still has all of these imbalances above. That's what we're seeing in red, is price imbalances here. So kind of same thing though, looking real weak on SPX, looking real weak on Qs. Nvidia still looking real weak. IWM looking real weak. And we broke our new low. There you go. So yeah, we were just a little early on that short and then had our stop just a little bit too tight. So now with our continuation, what would be a good target for us? Let's check out the 1 hour. We broke our box, which we like. 586, which unfortunately we're already racing to it. We're a little bit late to the party here. We do have another consolidation down here at 532, so that could certainly be a big target for us. I kind of want to see what it's going to do with this, basically the base of this 1 hour candle right here. That's what we're touching at the moment. So maybe if we can get it to come back up to the EMAs, or at least come back up to this trend line, or vice versa, if it breaks this candle right here, we could pop back in for a target of about, really the top of that consolidation zone, top of those wicks was 546. How many seconds do we have left on this candle? 30 seconds left on this candle. She still wants to dance down, though, I'm pretty sure. We're still underneath EMAs, we're still underneath VWAP, so short should still be in play here. I just don't want to have happen basically what happened there, where we're kind of entering down here. See, broke that one, broke this one, entered, sneak back up. So I don't want it to sneak back up. But again, this could be the perfect little bear flag for us. So our pull right here, we need a slight retracement, which we're getting at the moment. So if we break our retracement line, short should be back into play. And again, target would probably be top of the 1 hour wicks over here, like a 549, I would say. Come on, market. Let's do something exciting. First ever live stream. And we are starting to break that trend line. Though not with a lot of veracity yet. Come on. Let's see. All right, let's see. And hey, we have our first chat too. What's up, Driving Obsession? And sorry again, this is brand new to me, so kind of switching back and forth from everything. Whoops, we're losing my trade of 8 when I do that. There we go. So yeah, I agree with you too. Overnight low is taken out, so it could reverse right here. And that's what we're seeing on our 1 hour bodies basically as well. We're kind of this wick danced down at this pretty strong body, and that's kind of what took us up into that consolidation zone. So this would be the perfect time for us to just have this be a false bear flag, and us just rip right back up. Especially with this market, man. This market just keeps going and going and going and going. Every time you look around, it's like, oh, another new all-time high, another new all-time high. So I do like that it came back to these EMAs. We are starting to get above our pole, though. So this could be either a false bear. Oh my God, reversal of a bearish move. Or again, it could just be what happened to me right here, where we're just kind of coming up, we're getting a little bit of liquidity, we're testing the 21, and then we're going to push back down. Yeah, kind of invalidating our bear flag at the moment. Which you gotta love the 1 minute, because now it almost looks like we're starting to form a little bit of a bull flag, maybe. But still respecting that trend line. Let's see, what would be a good line for us? Something kind of like that. Let's see, if you wanted to go short right here, just because we're following trend, I mean, your stop would have to be 66. So it'd be like a 25-point stop at the moment, which is kind of a high stop. Time to just be patient. Now we do have our 15-minute opening range now. Let's check out our 5-minute. Here's the 5-minute chart. So 15-minute opening range, that was our high, basically where we opened up. That was the low of our 15-minute. Right now we're basically right in the middle. This is a pivot point we're seeing right here at 636. Usually with opening with a 15, you don't really want to mess around in the middle too much. You want it to, break out, come back, retest, and then go up. Or likewise, break, retest, and then go down. And we're trying to buy on that retest. But 47 minutes in, we've only done one trade so far. So we're definitely patiently easing into this thing. I usually try to make maybe 4 or 5 trades a session, depending on kind of how tight I keep them. But so far, certainly disappointed in that first trade. I mean, our stop was just, it was still a big stop, too. And we did break, we broke all these wicks, we broke all these bodies, so the continuation down made sense. The only thing that hurt us was we were right at the bottom of that consolidation zone. So we had a little bit of a bounce up before it really hit the move that we needed it to make. So, little early, not the best stop. But look at that. So this is why we didn't jump into this bear flag that was forming. It never ended up breaking the our retracement line. So since it didn't break it, it actually started popping back up. And look at that. Again, we talked about potentially going short here. You'd have to have your stop here, larger stop. Wouldn't have worked out too well either. So we just got to kind of feel it out. We do have VWAP right here. So potentially we're just going to go up, kiss VWAP, then continue down. We are starting to see a little bit of an uptrend now, though. Looking at all screens, SPX is uptrending, Qs are uptrending again, NVIDIA uptrending, IWM uptrending. Yeah, I could see that gap fill. I could see Qs filling that gap. Again, if you missed it, 50% of the time, gaps do get filled the same exact day. But then look at this retrace. Look at that rejection on SPX. That's a big rejection. Wow, same thing. What the heck? Let's see what happens. If it breaks this wick here, then And shorts might be in play again. But look at this. We're kind of getting this consolidated chop now. Let's see. Yeah, now this is kind of our consolidation zone, which when you look at it, oh, there we go. So sometimes you just have to jump in. Man, why is this glitching though? This happened to me yesterday. I just hit. Yeah. Shit. That's frustrating. Huh. There's a lag right now. I don't like that. So let me see. Our original target for us to continue down was going to be 553, which does seem quite low at the moment. So we'll do kind of like a 555. We chased that one. It definitely broke through our trend lines, which we'd like. Unfortunately, it's coming back down to test where we were. Hold on. We're going to keep this one just a little bit tighter of a stop because we already lost one on the day. So technically, it should be at the top of this. Woo! Let's keep following it down just in case. All right, we're following it tight. It is going in the right direction, though. And really, we shouldn't be following it this. Yeah, there we go. Stopped out. We shouldn't have been following it that tight, but again, I'm trying to recover the slight loss from this morning, which is never a great way to trade, admittedly. But when you have such a huge, look at these three candles, they're absolutely massive. We do have the potential for a retracement here. But still, that was a 15-point trade, up 315 on that one. And let's see what happens. Let's see if we come back up to retest this EMA or not. Or are we just sinking? So 952, is that what that was? 950 volume? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Look at that move down, man. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. Usually end around like 11 o'clock, generally speaking. Try to start around like I sit down at like 9:20 to get kind of a good grasp of everything. I try to start at 9:30, 9:35. Then usually go to 11, though lately it seems like if I get two or three good trades in, I might be done by about 10:15, 10:30. The closest it gets to, or closer it gets to 11, it just seems like things really start slowing down too much. Or it starts getting too choppy. Chop, 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 chop. But yeah, that was really frustrating. I clicked sell, market sell a little bit, I feel like earlier, but I've been having a weird lag lately. That's what happened to me on Tuesday. I ended up doubling up my order actually. So again, let's see if we have a nice little bear flag playing out. Maybe shorts are fully in play here. But last time, look at this huge retracement up before we had this push down. So let's feel it out. We're almost getting a support line down here. Sorry, and I do like to add a lot of lines to my stuff too. Let's see. So this is our trend shift chart. Man, look at that. That thing looks ugly right now. Might be entering the short again pretty soon here. Same thing. It looks like another bear flag's about to play out. We went down to 554. Our original target, yeah, it was 553. So look at that. Not bad. We just got to start holding things a little bit longer. We got out at 577. Our target was 553. Should have held, should have held, should have held. Now let's see if it's going to respect kind of this little trend line here. Otherwise, what would be the next target for us if we want to continue down, which it does want to? The top of that consolidation zone would be like 531. So we could still get 30 points out of this short. Yeah, it looks like she wants to still sink. How much? That's 9:55. 30 seconds left of this candle. 530 target. All right, let's see. Let's see if it wants to come up and retest the EMA or not, or if it just wants to keep going. 5 seconds left of this candle. If it breaks this wick, we're entering short again. It wants to. Come on. Let's see, what is SPX doing? Oh yeah, SPX is sinking pretty good still. So then just really quick, looking at the 5 minute, this is our ORB chart as well. So this is our first price target for breaking the 15-minute range breakout. First price target, 536. Can't even speak any longer. 536. Second price target, 487, which would be a huge trade. So let's see. We just broke it. Let's see if we come back, retest for a continuation down, or is it going to just start going right away? It might just start going right away. Yep. So we're back in on the short, and now our price target is going to be that, well, 487 is just so big. 480, let's see, top of those bodies, 518. Man, even that just seems so. So I don't really have the proper setup on this one. So what I'm looking at is at the 1 hour, we're right at the top of that consolidation zone there. So 513. We're going to start moving our stop. So we should have done that a second ago. Yeah, we're going to move our stop to that body now. Start moving her down, following it down, following it down, following it down, and stopped out. Okay, so almost a 10-pointer, 165, slowly curling it back. That was just one of those trades that you kind of know it's going down. I wasn't able to get my target fast enough though. So these are the things I'm starting to, learn and grow as a trader as well. Is I'm getting a good sense of when to enter it. I need to have a better sense of where can our overall target be. And explaining my hesitancy was basically this right here. This is our 1 hour, so this is a pretty strong, parameter of what we're doing. And we're dancing right at the top of that, wicks of that consolidation zone. So that's a tough one. I mean, if we break through, we should technically come to the bottom of this thing, 455. Or again, our 5 minute price target is still giving us that 485 target. I mean, it definitely seems like today is just going to be a downtrend day. The moves are starting to get a little bit smaller, though, you're noticing. A little bit tighter candles, tighter wicks compared to these big old guys. So let's get a game plan together again. We can't just have the game plan of it's going down, let's buy. Which it's friggin' doing though, huh? Oh, 10 o'clock. Here's our brand new 1 hour. So here's the thing to pay attention to. Brand new 1 hour candle does not have a wick on it. Generally speaking, we'll have some type of a wick. So even if we think it's going to go down, it should come back up a little bit to then go down. But obviously, an hour is a long time and you can make a lot of trades during that time. Yeah, today would have been just a good day of buy and hold. Look at this. We just blasted through that second price target, 486. Still sinking. So we should come down at least to 455 now, I would think as well. We're starting to curl away from those EMAs a little bit too much, though. So again, I think we're going to have some type of a pop back up, maybe test this EMA or the 21, then potentially continuation. But again, we are just sinking, sinking, sinking. On all screens here, everything's hit. It's, opening range, full 100% price target already. What to do, what to do, what to do. Still just sinking. Wow. 455. All right, it's just going to be a trend day. Man, that 1 hour now. 513 was the opening of our 1 hour. That's crazy. And again, just no wick on it. Just so that means sellers were strong. $455. I mean, this entire time, yeah. I just keep talking about our price targets. So we just keep getting down to all of them, but we haven't been trading them. Now we're at the bottom of what I would consider that consolidation zone on the 1 hour. Maybe we're going to come all the way down to test this 410. So we're back in the shorts here. We're going to try to hold it this time for our full price target of 410. So we're in at 437, price target of 410. Of course, now that I'm in the trade, it's going to do that 1 hour retracement backs for the wick. But let's see. 437, 471 should be the stop. Right at the top of that candle, which is a big stop, though. So let's have a strong continuation down. Come on. Come on. And we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles down. It's not moving. What time is it? We got 20 seconds left of this candle. Ugh. Don't love it. I mean, that's the problem. It was so far away from the EMA. And those are always like magnets. Let me see. There we go. Because of the strength it's showing, I'm going to start trailing this one a little bit tighter here. Basically to break even. I didn't let it go though. Let's see. It's dancing around. It's thinking about it. Put it at the top of that body for now. Bring it down to break even just because I don't love it. Starting to trail it down, trailing it down. Hopefully we'll break these wicks and then we'll whee. There we go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just keeping it real tight today, guys. Really, really, really tight today. It's my first live ever. It's my first live. I'm a little bit nervous, There's a lot going on. I'm trying to do this, the next thing, blah, 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 blah. So we did make, though, 12 points on that trade, $235. So luckily, woo! We're finally up on the day. Our very first trade, obviously, we lost 500, so that was kind of a big one. Our second two trades have been pretty darn good, though. We're up 200 bucks on the day so far. Let's see. Wonder if it's bad to show the show that account number, but here you go. So 201.28, not bad. It's not showing everything yet. That last trade didn't cycle through yet, but yeah, three trades so far. Not a bad day. And look at that. That is why we keep those stops tight as well. Let me see. What was my price target? My price target was going to be 413. It hit 413. You know? So we got out a little bit early, but again, it's hitting our price targets. We just have to have a little bit more patience, I would say. Yeah, a little bit more patience. And also just kind of be dialed into it a little bit more. Obviously, I'm popping in between all these different screens trying to show various things, and there was a couple down moves that we missed the initial part of the down move, but not a bad day so far. Not a bad day, gang. So let's wait for a nice setup. Now, kind of like I mentioned, we were curling way too far away from the ZMAs. So once we broke that new low, woo, curled back up to touch it. So really, with our downtrend, everything going in the right direction. These are the little tiny chop moves sometimes you can be successful with since we hit our EMA here. You could always put a short in, you put a stop right above it. Not the healthiest way to trade, but you put a stop right above it with the hopes that it will continue down. But 9 times out of 10, I guess you do end up getting stopped out, and then you get frustrated, and then you get on tilt, and then. All right, let's check out all screens here. So this is a 5 minute for everything we're seeing over here. We still have a lot of good imbalances to the upside here. But it's just such a weak market. I mean, we really shouldn't be looking for longs at all today. We should be just looking for short opportunities unless it gives us a reason. Yeah, every single 5 minute is starting to retrace back up. They might retrace back up to the top of that 5 minute candle. So on NQ, that would be a retracement back up to like the 514s. Oops, that's an ugly chart for you. Or on the 1 hour, like we mentioned, there's no top wick yet. So you'd think it'd come at least to 514, and then you'd think it would actually test the top of that kind of consolidation zone, get up to like a 530 or something like that. Then we'd have a really good short down again. That'd be like a 70 points from where we are now. Which is another reason why I don't want to just blindly go short here. Because there should be some type of retracement. It's kind of crazy that we just keep going down and down and down. I mean, look at this 1 hour. Look at this 1 hour candle. So consolidation zone, 1 hour, boom, all the way back down to this consolidation zone. So it could be, we're picking up some liquidity and then we'll start popping back up again. We do have this pivot point all the way down at 339. So it could also just be one of those days. Let's see. Monday, 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 Monday. Yeah, we've already broken our lows from basically all the work we've done from Monday to today has now been invalidated for the bulls. Yeah, kind of a tough spot now. Tough spot to be in. Yeah, that thing just sank like a stone. And again, we have some imbalances up here. So 520 again, yeah, that would, I mean, it would make a lot of sense for us to curl up to like a 525, get rid of this imbalance, give us a top wick on that, 1 hour, and then maybe we can continue down. Let's see. Let's see if we can break these bodies and these wicks. It's starting to. Oh yeah, it's starting to. This is our 100% of our, again, opening breakout range. That was our 100% price target down here. So for us to continue down, and then look at the NQ5. That looks like a beautiful bear flag forming. So if we can break like 439, I would say shorts are back in play below 439. Yeah, man. I have been watching D Money with those 1 hour candles. I mean, literally, like Patrick, that was my, kind of first foray into the future market. So I learned a decent amount from Patrick. D Money, yeah, really patient guy. The 1 hour candles, that's been changed, like kind of life changing there. Big Daddy Max is another one I'll shout out. He's really, really good with top and bottom wicks and things like that. So just kind of a, oops, wrong. But yeah, just kind of a good mishmash multitude of everybody's inputs and insights, and then we'll see where we go from there. Even Tory trades with their little trend lines. Not that I go to that extreme, extent where I am mapping every single, yearly, monthly, hourly, blah 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 blah. But definitely use a lot of trend lines here. There's a local trader that's phenomenal as well, Ruben Garcia. Ruben, you'll see him on Patrick's stream all the time in the chat, but he actually lives here in Orlando as well. He's another phenomenal trader. So he's the one that's talking about the EMAs to me and everything, and kind of getting me a little bit more comfortable with, this is a magnet, this is a magnet, this is a possibility. Even right now, the fact that we came up to touch the 21, if we can kind of break these bodies or these candles, what was I saying on that 5 minute? If we could break the 440s, kind of, which we're thinking about doing, so shorts might be in play again for a new low. But I don't want to be early here because look, 447, your stop would be, I mean, again, these are big stops. These are 20, 30 point stops for 10 to 15 to 20 point targeted moves. Man, thinking about it though, isn't it? And look at that 5. That looks so weak. Look at that wick. What time is it? We have a minute and 10 seconds left of this 5 minute. But yeah, that's looking very weak. 487 was the top of the wick. So again, that might have just been a little bit gaining some liquidity, bringing us back up to the 21 so we can continue down. Let's see. Or again, this market loves to just consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. We can almost have a consolidation zone right here too, where it just ping pongs from here to here. Bing, 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 bing. Ooh, sinking. All right, we're back in shorts. We're gonna target. Man, my heart has just been on these fake outs lately, though. Just keep thinking everything's kind of a little bit of a fake out. So pivot point at 393. I could see 400s getting a bounce though, just because it's an even number. So let's target 405 here, just to give us a little bit of cushion. And again, we're going to be trailing this stop real tight because I don't want to give up what we kind of made today. So keeping it tight, keeping it tight, keeping it real tight. Look at that breakdown. That was gorgeous. Woof, 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 woof. So another mistake. Great trade, but I didn't clear my stop fast enough. So look at that. We just rode that one down. 15 points about. Another 355. Didn't clear it fast enough, though. My stop actually got snagged for a 25-point gain. We actually got 1 point off that. Little one-pointer off that mistake. Woo! Man, what a sink, though. You know, we just kind of knew. That was our consolidation zone. As long as we broke these bodies, these candles, we're up 571 on the day today now. It's 10:15. And that's honestly, it's kind of my price target. If I can get above 500, usually if I can get above like 700 or something like that, then that's a very, kind of a hard stopping point for me in my early trading career here. But yeah, so unless I see something really good, that might be my last trade. Let me see. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trades today. And first live ever. First live ever. 5 trades. 571.92 on the day. Not a bad day. 10:16. So we're 45 minutes into it. I'll try to do a better job at not being so discombobulated as well. I'm giving you guys some entries, exits, targets, and then I'm just kind of flying into it myself last minute. Oh shit, here we go, we're buying. So I'll try to give you a slightly better heads up, but hey, thanks, man. Driving obsession. I love it, man. I love it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's been a fun journey so far. Incredible journey so far. I mean, if I'm being honest, I didn't even know kind of what futures were 2, 3 months ago, basically. I was watching live YouTubers. I stumbled upon Patrick. Didn't even know he was trading futures, if I'm being honest. Saw that he was local, relatively local. He put out that, the mentorship, and he selected me again before I even knew what the hell futures were. So I had like 5 days. I had a week to figure out futures, show up to the BDH. Man, it was a fun experience though. Great set of people too. Alex was great. My competitor. I mean, not really competitor, but secondary. I don't know, another mentor, whatever you call him. But yeah, Patrick was great. Ginger's phenomenal. Jason, the camera guy, really great guy as well. But yeah, really, really good experience. Hopefully, I'll be called back. I mean, we'll get a couple payouts under the belt, and then hopefully we can, get back to the BDH, and we'll do another live over there with Patrick, or maybe I can get him over here. He can do a live with me over with the goats and the ducks and the bees and everything. So look at this, man. Holy jeez. We hit our target, and then boom, it's been racing back up. This is our first time we've even broken the 21 EMA on the 1 minute. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Is this going to be a W? We might have a W. Let's see. All screens. Yeah. Look at SPX. So SPX just invalidated its 5-minute bear flag it was forming. Well, loosely invalidated it, I should say. I would have said it invalidated because it popped this body, but the fact that it came up and just kissed the EMA could be a slight fake out. But again, so many imbalances above. Q's didn't quite invalidate theirs. Came back up, sank back down. Same thing with IWM. I mean, they did have one real strong wick there, though. Let's see. EMAs are getting real tight here. We might even cross. We have our 9, 9, 21, and 45. The 45 is essentially the 5-minute EMA, I think. 514, 527. Yeah, maybe coming back up to kiss this 45. Let's see. 5-minute makes sense. Came back up to the EMA. Is it going to go higher, though? Potentially even all the way up here to retest our opening range. Yeah, maybe another 80 points. VWAP would be right above that. How about the 1 hour? Yeah, so again, the D-money call out, right? We said, 1 hour candle, generally speaking, will have some type of wick forming. So now we do finally officially have that wick. So we could just start going down from here as well. But everything else that we've said makes a lot of sense to you. Hmm. Yeah, man, it is crazy to be the first viewer ever. I will, buddy. As soon as we can start giving out accounts, too. Look at you. You got your top fan badge and everything. I love it. Thank you for sticking with me, too. It'll be interesting to see at the end of the stream, kind of like analytics, everything else. It's hard to pop between like YouTube studio screen where I actually have the chat, my OBS screen that doesn't have the chat yet, that should have the chat, so I still gotta fix that, to all my other screens. Plus, I'm usually I've renovated an Airstream lately, so I'm usually streaming out of my Airstream, but we're about to start Airbnb in it, so I got kicked out back into the house. Man, look at this. Yeah, look at this retracement. So let's see, 621. Yeah, 621 is kind of the bottom of our consolidation zone. We do have that huge imbalance up here. EMA's just switched, curled up. Very interesting. I mean, it's hard because you're below the VWAP, you're above the EMA, so it's kind of a no man's land almost. There's just a lot of uncertainty in the market. Check out IWM though. They ripped all the way back up to their 15-minute box. It definitely seems like SPX wants to. Qs are going up. Nvidia is slowly trying to curl back up. Let me see. 504, 30-point stop. Man. So you could almost, and look at that, we talked about that W, right? Here's the W playing out now. Oh, it's just a hard one. It's a no man land. There is a pretty good chance at this point because of the imbalances and everything else. I feel like we'd come back up and test the 15-minute range. Or at the very least, you think we'd come up and test the top of this 5-minute body, 556. So you could target another 20 points, but I mean, that goes back to the whole trend is your friend thing. So we've been downtrending since 8:30. Well, and almost you could say we've been downtrending since 2:30 yesterday. Well, let's switch this to the 15 really quick. Oops, 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 oops. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I mean, same thing. It's kind of showing, everything's kind of showing they want to come back up. But that's the nice thing about trading. You can kind of decide. Wow, that screen looks huge on that screen. Bear with me, guys. You get to choose when to trade, when not to trade. I don't really want to lose what I've made so far today, so I'm kind of choosing not to trade at the moment. Like I said, I try to target maybe 4 or 5 trades a day. We were already at 5 trades. So it's at the point of how many times are you going to be right? And look at that. We were looking for an entry for it to continue up, and now it's starting to retest this EMAs. Now it could just be doing that to get a little bit of support for the continuation up. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Man, yeah, it's just I don't know. I keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, it is 10:30. Usually things don't start slowing down to 11, but we're just kind of in that no man's land. We're right at the top of that consolidation zone almost. We started having potentially a push up, but now that push is starting to weaken. It's a ping ponging thing, right? You know, you just keep changing your mind and everything. So now, even if we were going to continue up, I'd imagine SPX is going to come down to test this candle body. Same thing with Qs, because you're seeing all the candles minus, when you get a big one really quick. The bodies have all been kind of close to the body next to it. So same thing on our NQ. You'd almost expect us to come back down to retest kind of like the 488 level. What time is it? 10:29. Wait, ooh, we only have 1 minute left of this candle though. So that'd have to be kind of an aggressive push down in the next 40 seconds. Which is thinking about, check out this 1 minute. We almost have a nice little fat bear flag. Yeah, I mean, it's already kind of breaking that retracement line. These candle wicks are all at the same spot. We're right at the top of these wicks. It's one of those things. If it breaks here, we might go down to here. But then that could always be our curl back up. So I kind of want it to break 486. Yeah, 46. If it breaks 486 with some good veracity, then shorts are back in play, targeting at least the low, targeting at least 400. If it comes down here and doesn't break it, it might be sneaking back up there, and this was just giving a little bit of liquidity. Man, if we hadn't screwed up that first trade, I mean, that first trade was a $495 loss. We're currently up 571 bucks on the day. You know, that would have been a pretty darn good day had it not been for that first little bobble. So guess what we're not going to do tomorrow? Short from 505. I mean, that's 505. I like it. So it broke those candles. Yeah, man, it broke those candles. Yeah, so I kind of agree with you. I mean, I would keep I would just, don't listen to me, but I'd probably keep your stop tight right now. Just make sure that it's in profit the whole time. But you're right, you could have a really nice pop back down here. I'm just a little bit nervous with this, these two bodies right here, but man, watching your trade. I mean, I do like it. Let's see. Yeah, I like the thought process behind it. Let's see, how many seconds do we have left? 4 seconds of this candle. 497. I mean, you got 10 points out of it. Enter when we break two consecutive candle lows, which has been broken. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, and then same thing. You just basically don't want it to break 513 now, I would presume. Or if you want to, really stretch it, you could do a 529. Nice, man. Good trade. Yeah, yeah. There you go. That's exactly what you wanted to see. And it broke these bodies already. Real good trade. 25 points already for you. 543. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big stop. Good trade, man. Holy jeez. Real good trade. Let's see what kind of continuation we have, too. Man, now you could almost target like a 422. 431. Yeah. Real good trade, man. Dang. I should have been a part of that. Presumably moved your stop down to like 466 now or something. Yeah, real good trade. Shoot, you hold that the whole time now too. Man, that's a monster. 60-point trade right now. That's crazy. Yeah, good. Let's see. On all screens here. Yeah, SPX, Qs, everything curling down. Should still have a good continuation down. And now we're starting to form another little bear flag here. Man, did you get it? You had to have gotten it. Did that hit five? It hit. No way, dude. Nice tart. That's a hell of a trade. Hell of a trade. That's crazy, man. 75 point. You just got a 75-point trade. That's phenomenal. Damn. Yeah, I mean, and here again, I'm just like talking, 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 talking. Shoot, man, when it broke that body. So this was I mean, this would have been my confirmation kind of candle to enter. I was just sitting watching it. But yeah, good stinking trade, man. I mean, at this point, too, you'd almost think I'm just going to enter a quickie for the low. Which probably done. Yeah, look at this. Now I just FOMO entered this basically because look how far away we are from our EMAs and everything, too. Basically entered at what your target was. I'm just going to keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight, and we're out. Woo! Man, you had a hell of a trade. I should have entered on this candle. Look at that. I just got a stupid little. We got 8 points out of it. And there we are breaking our new low now, too. Still 8 points, up 155. So we're up 722 on the day. Not a bad stinking day. This is a fresh MFF count as well. So we're at 50. It was a 50,000 account. So we're at 50,722 on the day. Obviously, 3,000 is the price target. We're starting to rock and roll pretty good in that direction. Dude, that's a hell of a way to break a losing streak. Holy shit, dude. Was that with minis or micros? Huge trade, dude. Huge trade. I hope you were recording that trade. That's a trade to show off, man. Anything, honestly, anything above 35 points, in my opinion, is just a crazy trade. If you get above 50 points, that's insane. Above 100 points, you're just absolutely bananas. Oh no, look at that. I was on the all screen when I did my quick little guy. Which again, that was a FOMO trade. Honestly, shouldn't have even taken it because I didn't take it with any type of, you know, that was just a stop. I got stopped out right there too. I was just holding a stop. I didn't even have a good price target, which I should have. Look at that. In two candles. Two candles. I could have had my 70-point trade there. That's nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. 3 micros. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I found I don't know. I was a lot better at like holding some long trades with micros. But then I found I would just go on tilt way too quick with micros as well. I found with minis, even though it's scarier, like that $500 loss in the beginning, um, a couple, as long as you get a couple good trades in a row, you get a good value quick. I found with micros, I would just keep, like it'd be like, okay, I'm up $100, and I'd cut it off there, and then I'd lose $50, and then I'd lose, $70, and then I'd lose $80, and then I'd make $100, and it just seemed like it was so hard to overcome the losses with the wins. But then again, with minis, it's so easy to blow up the account quick too. If you take a couple losses, you get pissed off, and then boom, you're just done for the day already. All right, all screens. And I'm probably going to shut it down pretty soon too, just because again, I'm just happy with the amount that we're at. 722. That last trade was 100% a FOMO gamble. It worked out. Luckily, it worked out. And if had I held it, it would have been beautiful. But the fact that I entered it, jumped out of it quickly, means that my mind is starting to shift over to that. Not to say tilt, but shifting over to that mindset of more, more, more kind of a thing. And when you do that, that's when you lose, lose, lose. Like my next losing trade brings me back to like up 500 on the day, and then I'm like, oh fuck, well, I want to go back up to up 700. So, but look at that, another bear flag. Shoot, so what the heck could our price target be? So again, here's another bear flag working, playing out. It did break these wicks already, so you already have kind of confirmation, even though it's far away from the EMA. But kind of like I'm mumbling and bumbling about what the heck would our price target be. We do have a pivot point right here at 334, which we've almost kissed. And that would be the bottom of those bodies. This is from Wednesday. Look at that. Whoop, boom. Just the last 2 hours, kaboom. And that's the top of a really good, this pivot point is the top of a really good consolidation zone right there. So if you break it, then you could target kind of like 130s even. Holy shit. Just let's throw out some crazy numbers. Maybe you can target 23,000. Interesting. Yeah, I agree. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely like a mongoose scalper. Now I'm slowly starting to get better where at least I mean you saw me on Patrick's stream, I'm sure, where originally I was targeting like, 3 to 5 point moves. I'm like fucking green out. you know. So now at least I'm trying to wait. Sometimes 2 or 3 candles. I mean, look at this trade. Entered, exited on the same exact candle. That's not good. Entered, exited on the second candle, so waited a minute. This was a 3 minute trade almost, so that's getting a little better. 2 candle trade, 2 candle trade, 1, 2, 3. This is my biggest loss. 4 candle trade. So yeah, I'm trying to get better at it. And I mean, look at you. You entered right around here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you held that really well. I mean, you did a couple candle trade there, which is a lot healthier. It's a much better way to trade. That's what I gotta start. You know, I gotta start learning that myself in my psyche. Look at this now. We're kind of basing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one of those just scary ones again. You just never know. We're gonna get either a massive green candle up to here really quick, and then come back down, or vice versa. We're just gonna keep slooshing down. 1043. Getting a real good retracement off the 1 hour from that pivot point. Let's see. That's a good wick. Came to test the EMA, wicked right back down. Good volume too, though. Volume's increasing on that wick going down. Curling up just a little. 1044. 50 seconds left of this candle for the 5 minute. Geez, SPX still with all these imbalances just doesn't care. Just leaving them in the dust. And SPX is making a new low. Qs are making a new low. IWM's making a new low. So NQ is definitely going to follow. Right at that pivot point, though. 298. Man, it's breaking again though. Ugh. Man, it just seems like it wants to break, 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 break. Let's fix this. New nice little line here. 319. Our pivot was at 333. Yo, I know, right? With the ICT thing and everything else. So I've never specifically looked up, like ICT, especially after my, yeah, experience with Patrick and hating on it so much and everything else. But I found exactly that. I gotta make sure I say like imbalances, I guess, instead of fair value gaps or vice versa, or the lingo is just insane. It kind of reminds me of like back in the day, like like rappers East Coast versus West Coast and everything else. Like it's like turf wars, ICT, no, or like bull flags, no, or this or that or that. People are choosing sides, and then they're quite aggressive on what side they're on. Like, man, let's just trade, and make money. Does it matter? Like, the funniest thing too is like the day before, or the Friday before I showed up to the BDH. I have a Tesla, of course. I'm sure you saw that. And Patrick, that entire day was just ragging on Teslas and how much he hates people with Teslas and stuff like that. I'm like, ha, showing up in a Tesla, bud. So he definitely has a fun personality. But yeah, that competition too with Harry and Rena. Oh my God, that was nuts, man. And then seeing the recap the next day, or a couple weeks later, the recap on that. I don't remember his name, but that one YouTuber that does like his cartoon versions of the trading world, just brutal. All right, I think I'm definitely kind of done though. I was thinking about entering in on this guy, and again, it just wouldn't be the right move. I'm just in that mindset now. I do think it's going to keep going down. There might be a couple pops up along the way, though. We're right at that trend line, not the trend line, we're right at that pivot point right now. That was the low of Tuesday overnight. Yeah, it's one of those days now where you just got to preserve what you make. Yeah, Rena. Yeah. She needed to stop. She needed to stop looking at the chat too. My thing, I couldn't see the chat at all while I was streaming, and then I'd go back to the hotel room afterwards, and then I would get to like go through it, read it, and everything else. She got real heated, and that's just his style. I mean, that's Patrick's style. He's a very, very, very loud, guy. But that's only for the stream. It's 100% just it's like a bit. As soon as he's off camera, he's a normal guy. If anything, too, I would say he puts it all on stream, where he's really intense on stream. The second we were off stream, well, I'm a little frozen there. But the second he was off stream, he's really just kind of buried into his phone. He's working on the next business thing, the next this, the next that. So he's actually quite a quiet guy. Even when we went to like Top Golf and stuff like that, he's always just working on the next move. But yeah, if you're gonna go on a stream, a show like that, like look up the show first, and if you're sensitive, don't go on the show. Cool. All right, yeah, 1050. I would say that's it for me. So let's see, we're up 722 bucks on the day today. We ended up making, I think, only I hate when this thing stalls out. I think we only made 6 trades today, though. All of them were winning trades except for the very first trade. Our first trade, we were down like 500 bucks, and then we clawed it back up to being up 722 on the day. Learned a lot. There's a few things we definitely could have done better. We could have held some trades a little bit longer, but when you're leaving in the green, it's always good. Appreciate everybody. First live stream ever. Super excited about it. I think it was absolutely phenomenal experience. Driving Obsession. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you being here with me. We'll try to do this, Monday through Friday, 9:30 till about 11 or so. We'll keep rocking and rolling. We'll keep the journey, and we'll see how the heck everything ends up going. But shoot, we'll see you guys.